Mountain Lions still trying to get it out. Puck finally comes out of the zone. CCM Selects regroup. They get across the blue line, try to dump it in, hits their own player. Lucas Cipriani comes away with the puck. He looks to head down into CCM zone. He still has the puck behind the net. Comes up on the half boards. Dylan Bankert steps down, shoots it back down deep. Goes and gives chase. Tries to make a breakout pass. Garvey nearly picked that off. Puck does come out of the zone. Comes out to Merrick at the red line, and he shoots it across the red line. Wes is able to get to it first and dump it in. Garvey down in the corner is able to get around one guy. Loses a handle on the puck. Bankert and Garvey battling. Puck pops out. Does he say it's working?
It is now. Wasn't. I had a setting. There's like one little setting.
Well, hopefully you're able to join us now. Desi, real big pest out there on the CCM guy. He's putting a lot of pressure. Mountain Lions able to make a, that was Gavin Kinghorn made a great breakout pass through the middle up to Weinrich. Selects have the puck. They're breaking out of the zone. Gavin makes a big hit on the Selects player. Puck comes down into the Lions zone. Weinrich goes back. He drops the puck for Nolan. Nolan's able to shoot the puck down. It's not going to have enough legs to go for icing. So Mountain Lions able to get a change. It's like Desi's line back out. Selects guy able to sprint through, but Sawyer, excellent defense, gets a stick in there, able to get it away. Otherwise, that guy had a breakaway on Bennett. Puck's down in the corner. Selects trying to come out. Good stick lift there, disrupting that. Puck's up on the blue line. He's working towards the middle. Goes back door. Bennett there with a big save. Great awareness by Bennett. That was a huge save. Mountain Lions finally get a handle on the puck for a second. Unable to get the puck out. Bad pass by Selects player gets the puck out. David Mora providing some pressure. They tried to shoot it down, hit the ref. Get a clean breakout pass here. River coming through, tries to shoot through his screen. Player deflects that wide, tries to get it back out in front to Huey. Just doesn't connect there. Select's able to get the puck. They shoot it out of the zone. Merrick there first. David Moore battling. Able to get the puck in a little bit deep. He's back up the boards out of the zone. A little bit of a ping pong match here, just a little bit back and forth. Selects finally shoot the puck in the zone. Merrick goes, tries to hit the brakes behind the net. Selects player was able to get the puck, tries to shoot it up to, or pass it up to their defenseman who was just coming on the ice, and the puck came out, so we'll have an offsides.
6:42 left in the first period. I'll get the clock figured out in the second.
Stressful few moments for Matt. Able to get the feed, but we'll get the score and time dialed in here shortly. Just joining us, Selects are up 1-0. They scored at about 10.5 minutes. And that's where we're at right now.
That was out.
Another offsides here. Mountain Lions are playing CCM Selects. I'm not really sure where they're from.
I kind of think they're from all over the place.
Yeah, it seems like they're from all over the place given the hodgepodge of equipment. Gloves, helmets, pants. Garvey's gonna go and give some chase.
Yeah, Garvey.
Wins that race, tries to get a shot from his belly on the ice, hit the side of the net. Select's coming away with the puck. Make a breakout pass. They're coming through the middle. Player falls to his knees, able to make a pass over. Lions able to smother him, but the puck shoots out. Tried to make a breakout pass. Looks like West mishandled that for a second. Lions get it back. They go cross ice over to Garvey. Garvey's got his head up. Tries to go cross ice over to West. West has got a little breakaway here. Gets a shot. Goalie makes a good save. Tries to get a rebound. It goes wide. Good opportunity for the Lions. They regroup. Select's able to get into the zone. One player making a few moves, getting around some players. Puck's behind the net, battling. Looks like we got Bankert, Gavin. Gavin comes away with it. Makes a breakout pass over to Wes. Wes hits Weinreich, goes off for a change. Weinreich fresh on the ice, dumps it in. He's got Gavin with him. Gavin, a little collision behind the net. Selects come away with the puck. Heading down into the zone. Looks like Vito covering. Gavin with the puck now. Battling, still has a handle on it. Able to dig it out there for a second. Selects come away with the puck. Tries to make a pass. Gavin's there. He's kind of all over the place right now. Vito engages with the Selects defender. Able to keep the puck in momentarily. Looking to break it out. And Selects come away with possession in the neutral zone. Cuts across the middle, looking for danger area shot. Bennett was there, makes the save, covers it. Selects player comes in after the whistle, knocked the puck into the net. Does not result in a goal, so we're still 1-0. We've got 4 minutes, 22 seconds left in the first period. Face-off's gonna be to Bennett's left. David Mora, Huey, and River are your forwards, and Nolan and Sawyer on defense. Puck comes out, looks like it may have come out there, but no offsides. Sawyer battling hard. Comes up to River. River makes a nice little one-touch pass to David Mora, who able to outskate his guy. Gets a good shot off. Goes high, just over the net. Puck back up. Yeah, it could have been partially deflected there. Puck's down low. River trying to get a cycle established. Select's trying to get the puck up out the boards. It's going to pop out. Their defender's just going to shoot it down. It's going to be an icing. Get an offensive zone face-off. Lions sticking with the same forward group. David, Huey, and River. Defensive change, we got Merrick and Luca Cipriani. Mountain Lions able to keep the puck in. Kind of just a shot towards the net from up high. It looked like River was just trying to shoot it down low and ended up in the goalie's glove, but I think he intentionally tried to play it with his stick into the corner, and look what I found. So we'll have another offensive zone face-off. Puck pops out to David Moore, gets off his stick. Merrick has it. Just misfires on a shot towards the net. It's on River's stick, tries to cycle it down low. The Selects player was there, able to make good breakout pass up the middle. Works through, tries to get around Merrick, ends up with the puck in the corner. Couple Mountain Lions in the area of pressure. Need to be a little bit more physical. Selects player is able to kind of get that puck and just walk straight from the boards into the middle. Bend it up for the task, makes a great save, but we got to be a little bit more aggressive in our defensive zone. A little bit more physical. Don't want to let that guy walk out of the corner. Dylan Bankert's line's out on the ice. We got Garvey and Wes Bastine. Looks like Gus Funky and Kinghorn. Puck goes into the corner. Gavin takes a pretty big hit from behind. Mountain Lions are going to go on a power play. Looks like that they're just going to give him a 2 minutes for roughing. Being that it was a penalty in the defensive zone, Mountain Lions are going to get an offensive zone face-off out of this and a power play. You know, Dylan Bankert, Wes, Gavin, Gus, and Garvey going around the horn there. Face-off down, puck comes back out to Gavin. Gavin gets it up to Dylan Bankert in the middle. He works over to the corner, gets it over to Gus. Gus mishandles, puck comes out of the zone. Regreets over to Gavin. Gavin over to Dylan Bankert up the middle. Dylan Bankert goes into the corner, gets it out in front to Garvey. Garvey gets a little stick on it. I think he misfired there. Puck ends up behind the net. Garvey tries to get it out in front. Select's guy was there. He chips it out of the zone. We got a foot race here. Select's player just shoots it behind the net. Gavin collects it. Tries to make a breakout pass. The Select's guy was able to intercept that. He heads back in. Tries to go around Gavin on the outside. Gets a backhand shot that hits the crossbar. Puck comes out to Wes. Wes struggling to handle it. Kind of a weak pass there. Mountain Lions are able to gain the zone. They dump it in. They go for a change. On the ice, you got Desi's line. Vito provides a little bit of pressure. They're going to wave off icing. Kind of bounced right through Lions player there. Luca tries to make a cross ice pass. Select's guy steps up. I'm not sure what the whistle was for. I think the puck maybe popped back into the zone and the Select's player was still in the zone, maybe an offsides. A little bit of confusion. They might just do a center ice face-off. Not sure what happened there, but...
Two-line.
Is that what it was?
I don't know.
Anyway, we got Nolan. Makes a D-to-D pass over to Alika. Kind of bounces off his stick right when he was making a pass there. Anyway, Desi comes away with the puck. He's going to shoot it in on net. He plays that on a short hop, leaves it behind. Weinreich tries to get it out in front to Desi. Select's player was there to intercept it. Luca with the puck now, trying to head back towards the zone. Looking to shoot it in. Select's player able to get a stick on it. Goes out of play.
Get a goal here before the end of the period. I feel like we're knocking on the door.
56 seconds left in the first period. Same forward group. You got Desi, Vito, and Dylan Weinreich, Sawyer, and Merrick. Puck comes back to Merrick, goes over D-to-D to Sawyer. Sawyer shoots it up the boards, gets it to Weinreich. Just can't get a bounce right now. Vito just over-skating pucks, misfiring on passes. Hopefully all this stuff kind of cleans up at the end of the period. Merrick trying to make a breakout pass, gets intercepted. Select's coming back in, gets a shot. Bennett makes a great save there, just corrals the rebound. Now the defensive zone face-off. Lions are going to make a line change here. 22.8 seconds left in the first period. Mountain Lions down 1-0. You got David's line out here. River and Huey, and Gus and Gavin. Gus gets the puck, shoots it behind for Gavin to get. He comes back up the near side boards here to River. River makes a nice outlet pass to David, mishandles. We're gonna have an offsides. 10 seconds left in the first period. And it looks like this first period is going to come to an end. And your Mountain Lions are going to be down 1-0 going into the second period.
How long is the period? Do you know?
I don't know. As you can tell, Ian, our expert, is not on this trip, and Matt and I are doing our best to fumble through this one. Looks like we got 15 minutes. So it looks like 15-minute periods. All right, we're back for second period action. David Moore's line, Huey and River, and we got Nolan and Sawyer on defense. Bennett with a really solid first period. He was tested several times. And the goal that they got was a shot that Bennett made the original save on, and then a rebound just kind of just beyond the reach of Bennett's leg pad. So we're going to need more strong goaltending from Bennett here on out. We've got the puck in the offensive zone. David Moore with a good stick there. Gets it out in front to Huey. Huey with a shot on net. Big save. Huey kind of put that one right in the gut. I'm sure he wants that one back, but great play and a great opportunity for the Mountain Lions. Coming on the ice, you got Dylan Banker, Wes Basti, and Dylan Garvey. And we got Merrick and Luca Cipriani on defense. Puck goes down in the corner. Banker battling there. West drops down, try to help. Selects are able to come away with the puck. They try to make a cross ice pass that does not connect, goes down for an icing. Mountain Lions being able to generate some opportunities. They're really close. See if we can get one past this goalie here. Same group on the ice. Referee getting them lined up. Goes down in the corner. Garvey gets down in the corner, gets it up to Merrick. Merrick shoots it, passes it back down to Garvey. Garvey trying to get it over to Banker behind the net. Comes out. West steps up, tries to provide some resistance. Select's able to get the puck out. Luca Cipriani heading up the ice. He gets around one. He's got West with him. Tries to get a shot, kind of fans on it. These type of things in the first period. I feel like if we could clean up some of those, get the shots off that we're intending to get the shots off, limit the mishandles, and some of these opportunities to really transpire. Garvey comes away with the puck. He's going to shoot it in, get a change. Gus comes down from the defense, tries to step in. We were almost able to get a change there and maintain some offensive possession and opportunities. But Selects come away with the puck. Comes down, kind of ran out of options in space there, so he tried to make a cross-ice pass, but the Mountain Lions come across with his Dempsey backdoor over to Vito. Vito with a backhand and one touch. Great opportunity. Mountain Lions were able to pick up a bad pass out of the corner, get up the ice, end up on a 2-on-1. Desi makes a really nice backdoor pass over to Vito. And we are tied 1-1. 12 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second period. Same forward group out on the ice. You got Nolan and Sawyer joining them.
Pressure.
Selects with possession right now. They're able to get into the Lion zone. A backhand shot towards Bennett. Bennett goes off his glove. Selects trying to make a pass in the middle. Nolan was there. Puck on the near side here. Trying to get some possession. Selects come away with it. They enter the zone. Nolan doing a good job angling in behind the net. Nolan able to get the puck out of the zone. Makes a backhand pass, and Selects are back in the zone. Nolan able to shoot the puck out. Selects forced to regroup. It's around one. Takes a shot from the high slot area. Bennett with a glove save there. Goes off his glove behind. Selects with possession behind Bennett. They try to get out in front. They had a player unattended there. Sawyer got there a second too late. Left Bennett in a really tough spot to try to make that save. Selects come back, regain the lead, 2-1. A minute later. So we got 11 minutes, 19 seconds left. David Mora, Huey, and River up front with Luca and Merrick in the back end. Selects come away with possession off the face-off. They try to get in the zone. Lions working to get the puck out of the zone. River tries to get it up to David Mora. Puck hits off a few things, but in the Lions offensive zone, they're trying to get some possession. Huey gets the puck. Now we've got a 2-on-1 developing. Huey gets it over to River. Kind of handcuffed him there with that pass, just halfway between forehand and a backhand. Somehow in all of that, we had a high stick on the puck. So the play was blown dead, and it's going to result in a face-off down in the Lions' defensive zone. So the Lions must have had the high sticking. Same group out on the ice. Dave Moore wins the puck down in the corner. Lucas Cipriani goes back behind his net. He's going to reverse direction, come back this way. Nobody was home though. Selects come away with the puck. They make a pass to the middle. I'd like to see the Lions be a little bit more physical. Got to open up a little bit more space. Luke intercepts a pass, and he heads down. Gets a puck towards the net. Goalie makes a save somewhere in his equipment. Maybe the Lions player had a visual on the puck, and the ref did not, and the ref blew the whistle. Somehow Gavin's getting tied up with their players, trying to change during the whistle break. We've got Dylan Banker, Dylan Garvey, and Wes Bastine up front. Dylan Banker, some good hard work. Gets the puck, but Selects are able to come away. Try to make a cross-ice pass. Garvey gets there first. It's a pass up the middle, Dylan Banker. Their D-man steps up. Able to get the puck out of the zone. Gus with a good stick there. But Selects do come away with possession. They get across the blue line. They make a pass in the middle. Quick shot. Bennett there for the save. They have possession again. The player goes down low. Tries to get the puck out front. Good D by Gavin. Come away with possession. There we go. Gavin comes up. West is able to get the puck out. Gavin giving chase to their D-man. D-man circles back, tries to make an outlet pass. was over the player's stick, but all the way down the ice, but on to Bennett, so no icing there. So like Gus was the first one there, tries to shoot it up the boards. We've got a line change in the middle of all this. Now we've got Desi's line. He comes away with possession, tries to make a move around. Player gets it out in front. Dylan Weidrich's there to knock it home. Desi Brenner, another great play. Setting up a play. Goes on, takes the defender on one-on-one. Gets around him, gets the puck, puts it out into the middle, and Dylan Weinreich was the only one home there. Did what he needed to do and put the biscuit in the basket. We've got a tie, 2-2. We got 9 minutes left in the second period. Here we go. We got another 2-on-1 with Desi. He's gonna take a shot this time, and he goes and scores. Great shot. He goes far side. Right above the blocker, the goalie. And your Mountain Lions are up 3-2. Very eventful second period here. This line has really found a gear, driving all the Mountain Lions offense right now. A lot of breakdowns in the selects. They keep giving up these 2-on-1s, and Mountain Lions are capitalizing. It's great to see. All right, puck's down in the Lions defensive zone. Able to get the puck out of the zone. Selects have possession again. They get back in the zone. Tries to make a drop pass. Doesn't connect. Nolan's got the puck behind. Makes a breakout pass over to Weinreich. Tries to find Desi coming up the middle. To stick on it. Vito's going to go give chase. Selects get there first. Shoot it around the boards. Nolan in on the forecheck. Tries to come away with possession. It selects. Ooh. Dangerous pass there. Selects make a good breakout pass, just like an inch out of reach. Would have sent him on a breakaway. Lions getting possession. They finally get the puck out of the zone. On the ice, we've got Mora's line. We got David, Mora, River, and Huey. Still working to try to get into the offensive zone. Selects come away with the puck. They're able to get in the zone. A lot of stick checking. Neither team is able to maintain possession in that high traffic area. River tries to make a cross ice pass to Huey, gets intercepted. Selects able to make a quick breakout pass. Luca, great job angling that player down in the corner. He still has possession, trying to walk out in front. We've got some chaos in front of Bennett. Bennett able to find the puck and all of that. Able to get a whistle. Line change for the Lions. You got Dylan Bankert's line. Oh, what's going on with Wes? Just at his own pace. Puck comes back. Wes gets out there, blocks a big shot. Got some chaos going in front. They're getting some shots on Bennett. The first one went up over the net, but he made a really strong save on the second one. Dylan Bankert able to work the puck out of the zone. Selects, get it back in. Merrick trying to find someone. He finds Dylan Bankert. Great outlet pass. Bankert's coming down the side here. Cuts to the middle. Pass over to Garvey just a little bit behind him. Garvey trying to get it back out in front. Selects come away with it. They're trying to make a outlet pass. Got a foot race here. Merrick knocks the puck out of the way. Great job. Selects come away, trying to make a pass out in front. Just goes under the player's stick. They still have possession on the blue line. Able to get back into deep into the Lions zone. Merrick battling hard behind the net. Bankert makes a pass out to Wes. Wes gets it back to Bankert. Bankert over to Luca Cipriani. He's heading down. He's got to pull up. He's trying to find an option. Shoots it towards the middle. Puck gets deflected. Lions able to make a line change there. Back to Desi's line. Dylan Bankert still out there. Desi, last one left to change. Puck does come out of the zone. Vito one touches it over to Bankert. Bankert out of gas, kind of on the tail end of his shift. Tries to drop it back to Vito. Vito shoots it in deep. Weinreich goes. This is where I'm talking about. If we just elect to be physical there and just take the body, he doesn't make that move and get the puck out of the zone. But the Lions are playing fast. Gavin coming in, gets it out to Weinreich, gets a good shot. Gets a rebound. Puck in the corner, Vito with it. Physically engaged with Select's player, but here comes Weinreich over to, makes a great pass to Desi. Big save by the goalie there. Gets a good shot on net. Select's come away with it. They're working through the neutral zone. Tries to make a move. Blows the tire. Puck ends up back on mountain line stick. We got Dylan Weinreich. What a pass! Dylan Weinreich. And Vito just kind of crisscrossed there in the offensive zone. And Dylan made a great pass over to Vito and had a great opportunity. Doesn't result in a goal, but a very nice play. So Mountain Lions, yeah, that Desi line is really firing today. On the ice now, we've got David Moore, Huey, and River. Selects come away with the puck. They skated out of the zone. Trying to works into the middle and gets a shot. Looked like it was kind of partially deflected. Nolan might have gotten a stick on it, but it goes over the glove, top corner. And again, we've got a 3-3 tie game right now. Lions are in a battle.
Stay positive.
Good evenly matched game here. Each team taking their turns, getting a lot of good opportunities. It's a 3-3 game, but there's been a lot of great goaltending in this game as well. Both teams getting really good opportunities. Same forward group. David, Huey, and River. And Nolan and Sawyer on defense. Puck pops out. Nolan tries to go D to D. Puck ends up back in the corner. David Moore comes in, offers some support, gets a breakout pass over to River. River gets around one defender. He's coming in, he pulls up. A little bit of miscommunication. Huey kind of cut in front of David Moore. I think that pass was intended for David. Luca has possession of the puck. Quick breakout pass. Select's able to make a D to D and good outlet pass. They're working up the near side here. Trying to make a pass in the middle. Huey was there, intercepts that, but defender steps in. He's got the puck, he goes cross ice. That guy gets a shot on net. Big save by Bennett. He goes off his shoulder there. Select still with possession. Make a pass down low. David Moore with a big hit there. That's the physicality I was talking about. Now they're trying to counter with physicality. Selects come out with possession. Misfires on a puck. Huey's able to get it. We've got a 3-on-0. Huey gets a shot to the net. All right. Goalie makes a save, but it pops up in the air and up and over. Lions get a little bit of a break there, but we'll take it. Their Lions go back up 4-3. We've got 3 minutes, 13 seconds left. Lions going to make a line change. Got Dylan Bankert, Wes, and Garvey up front. We got Merrick and Lucas Cipriani. See if this line can generate some offense. Puck goes down into Lions defensive zone. Merrick's the first one there. Tries to hit the brakes. Dylan Bankert with possession.
Let's go, Bankert.
Coming out of the zone, he still has possession. He's got Garvey going down far side. Shoots it behind the net. I'm not sure what happened there. Merrick lost his footing, but it looks like Bankert comes out with possession out of the corner. Gets a shot on net. Goes low blocker on the goalie and gets one past.
Out of the wilderness.
There we go. Now we've got all 3 lines have produced on the scoreboard now. Lions are up 5-3. 2 minutes, 36 seconds left in the second period. Make a line change. Desi's line with Vito and Dylan Weinreich. Selects come away with possession. They get a shot towards the net. Bennett there for the save. Gavin cleans it up, retreats behind the net. Makes a D-to-D pass over to Gus. Gus up to Vito. Vito over to Dez. Oh, yeah, Weinreich kind of busting down. I think he was looking to get around this defender and then looking for another deadly 2-on-1. But the Selects were able to break that play up. Offsides, face off here. It's over to Weinreich. Weinreich shoots it back to Funky. Gus goes over to Gavin. Gavin with a great breakout pass to Vito. Vito gets across the line, delays a little, drops to Dez. Dez gets a shot, good low shot to the net, looking for a tip. Goalie makes a big save. Selects come out. They get across the blue line, get a shot towards the net. Bennett's there, able to corral the rebound. Selects were aggressively coming in, looking for some loose change, but Bennett was able to.
I'll take anybody.
We're gonna have a defensive zone face-off, another line change. Looks like Slava's moving them pretty quick right now. David's line with Huey and River. Sawyer and Nolan on defense. Sawyer with the puck. Make a breakout pass to Huey. Gets past him. Defender takes a shot, which goes wide. Puck over on the far boards, working down below Bennett. Gets it out in front. Woo. A dangerous backhand shot that nobody saw. Squeaked through, went just wide. Lions able to break it out. They can't get across the blue line. David Mora tying up the puck. Puck does pop out. Selects come away with it. They get across the blue line. Tries to get a shot off, partially deflected by Sawyer. Bennett still forced to make a save there. Works up the boards. It's a play to defender. Defender one touches it. Great little pass play, and you get a kind of a weak shot towards net, but Bennett able to make save. Nolan with possession, looking to reverse directions, finds Sawyer. Puck's able to come out of the zone momentarily. Their D step up. Back in their zone. Nolan comes away with it, going behind the net. Tries to shoot it up the boards, gets past Huey. Oh, shot on net, dangerously deflected. Bennett hung in there. Had to make the save with his mask. Lions able to get the puck out. Icing was waved off. They get a change. Got Dylan Bankert's line out. Puck comes out. Lucas Cipriani circling back. He's got a head of steam. Finds Wes. Gets a pass. Wes just chips it in deep. Dylan Bankert goes. And that's going to bring us to the end of the second period. Mountain Lions, really good effort there. They put up 5 goals in the second period and are leading 5-3. We'll be back here for the third period in a All right, back for the third. Lions are up 5-3. Let's see if we can close this one out. Got Dylan Bankert's line, Garvey and Bastine, Gus and Gavin on D. Selects win the face-off. They're looking for that home run pass, bounces over, player's stick, and it's going to result in an icing. So we have an offensive zone face-off. Puck bounces over to Garvey. Garvey hits the brakes. Makes a pass up to Gus. Gus walking the blue line a little bit. Sends a big Hail Mary 9-iron shot towards the net. And Mountain Lions player stuck his stick up in the air. I think it was Dylan Bankert. And that's going to result in a high sticking. So now we'll have a defensive zone face-off. Puck comes back to the Selects defender. Tries to make a pass cross ice. They've got the puck over into the far corner there. Lions battling. Their Selects able to hold the zone. They shoot it back down low. Gavin's there first. Makes breakout pass to Garvey. Garvey goes cross ice over to West. Kind of goes under his stick. He gives chase. Selects player able to knock it away, but Dylan Banker was there. Tries to get a pass over to West. Bounces over his stick that was in front of the net. And player tied up West going into the boards there, and I think took on a holding or a hooking call.
Ooh, let's go. I like this line.
So we got Desi's line out for a power play. We have Nolan and Luca Cipriani on defense. Comes over to Weinrich, finally. He gets it out to Luca. Vito got tangled up with the defender in front of the net. And Luca's shot actually hit him in the elbow. So he goes off in some distress. And they ended up calling a penalty on that player, so it must have been some sort of roughing. So your Mountain Lions got a two-man advantage right now. Looks like David Moore is going to join Dylan Weinreich and Desi up front. And we've got Nolan and Luca Cipriani, and we've got a 5-on-3. And it's 5-3. Desi, a little bit of a stalemate on the face-off, and Selects guy just shoots it down. And this tournament, apparently, there is no icing when you're shorthanded, which then means there's no delayed offsides either. Puck comes over to Weinrich off the face-off. He tries to get it up to the D, but goes right in between the two of them, so it comes back. Mountain Lions heading up the ice. That's Nolan. Gets a puck in deep. Selects are the first one there. They shoot it down the ice. Not going to have enough. Nolan gets back. Goes D to D over to Luca. Luca starts heading up the ice. He goes up the middle. Just takes a shot. Good low shot. Rebound pops out. Dylan Weinreich there. Shoots it wide. Desi's the first one over there. He's got a little bit of space. Oh, tries to make a toe drag around the guy. And he's in a foot race with Nolan. Nolan angles him off into a backhand. He shoots it over the net. Way to avoid disaster there. Getting scored on a 5-on-3 would not be good. David Mora heads back up the ice, gets across. Goes high blocker on the goalie. Gets on the score sheet, and your Mountain Lions are up 6-3, and they've still got 25 seconds left on the power play. So one of the Selects player will come out of the penalty box. They'll have 4. We're going to have David Mora's normal line with River and Huey, with Gus and Gavin. Huey's comes across the blue line with possession, tries to pass it over. Mora makes another pass over to River, takes a one-timer, goes over the net, comes back to Gavin. Gavin over to Huey on the near wall, goes cross ice to David Mora. He finds Huey out front, gets chipped away, but comes back to Gus on the point. Gus with it. He goes down over to River. River back up to Gus. Gus wasn't there. Looks like the penalty's over. Selects are able to get into the zone momentarily. They have possession again. They come back. Gavin knocks the puck away. Trying to get out of the zone, goes over to Banker. Banker tries to make a pass over to Huey, but he was in a change. The Selects get possession. Try to enter the zone, but they got a player still in the zone, so that's going to be an offsides. Got Dylan, Banker, Wes, and Garvey. Nolan and Sawyer on defense. 5-on-5 action here. Garvey comes away with the puck. Tries to get it past the red line. Gets engaged in a battle there. Wes finally able to chip it in. Puck ends up behind Selects. Still in the Selects offensive zone. They were unable to get it out. Good pinch there. Let's see who that was. Might have been Nolan. Yeah, it looked like Nolan. But Selects come away with the puck. Make a pass in the high slot. Puck's down low. Selects with possession. Dylan Bankert's back there. Selects with possession, trying to find an opening. Garvey collapsed in. Able to intercept that pass. Get a dangerous quick shot. Puck does come around. West getting angled off, tries to get it out in front. It's partially deflected, ends up on the goalie. Not much really he could do there. He had a D collapsing on him, kind of 2D angling him out. But we'll get an offensive zone face-off out of it. Line change. Looks like Vito's back, so that's good to see. Puck goes over to him, goes back over to his brother Luca, gets a shot, it goes wide. Selects try to skate out with the puck. Desi's able to kind of get a stick on that. Battling here in the neutral zone. Selects do come away with possession. They're able to enter the Lion zone. Try to make a pass out into the high slot. Vito with a good stick there. Puck does stay in. Back below the goal line. Selects player trying to go up to the D. Oh! Here we go. We got Vito on a breakaway. He gets around. What an unbelievable breakout pass by Dylan Weinrich. Puck kind of popped out and he saw Vito just streaking down the far side there and finds him. Vito goes in on a breakaway, makes a great move onto his backhand. It's around the goalie and goes top cheddar. This line is on fire. Lions are up 7-3. They definitely needed a game like this. See if they can kind of keep the offensive pressure going. Selects player comes into the zone, tries to get a shot. Great shot block by Gus. Puck back out. Selects defender tries to find a guy in the high slot. Again, Vito trying to sneak out behind. Tries to get a shot on net, but the defender blocks it, goes into the corner. Weinrich with possession on the half wall. Goes up to Gus. Gus gets a shot towards the net, gets deflected down below the goal line now. Selects trying to come out, make a breakout. David Mora there just putting great pressure on the boards, but Selects do come away with the puck. They make a cross-ice pass. Another pass into the middle, finding a streaking player. He tries to get a shot. I'm not sure if that was Gus or River that got a stick on that, but great defending play. Shot goes up and out, so we'll have defensive zone face-off to the left of Bennett. David River Huey up front, Nolan Sawyer. River comes away with the puck. Lions able to get the puck out. It's over to Huey. Huey finds David. Tries to get a shot, a little bit of a misfire there. Select's coming back up. They've got guys sprung. Nolan trying to take away the middle of the ice, and they had a guy going wide there, but great job angling him. Giving Bennett a good look on that shot. Bennett comes up big with a save. Same cast of characters out on the ice. Selects come away with a possession. They get a shot from the blue line. Bennett directs that into the corner. Selects coming from behind the net. Had Bennett leaning one way. A broken play there, but puck's still in the Lions zone. David Mora shoots it around the other side. Gets just out of the reach of Huey, but the puck does come out. Huey giving chase. Select's able to make it back into the zone. A battle here in the near side corner. Puck does pop out. David Mora gets it. Good back check by the Selects player. We're going to call David Mora on a hook here. Player was able to take possession away from him, but the ref didn't like David going back, fighting to get the puck back. So the Selects are going to have a power play. We got Bankert and Wes up front. Merrick and Luca try to kill this penalty. Selects get the puck. Comes back out. Wes is able to deflect that shot up and over the net, but still have pressure. Wes has the puck now. He's going to backhand, not enough to get out. Selects with it. They try to get it down low. Luke intercepts that. Good stick by Merrick. Knocks it out of kind of danger into the corner there. Selects with possession. Merrick all over him. Whoa. Merrick gets his stick tangled up in his skates and takes him down, and that's going to result in a tripping. Completely unintentional, but nonetheless will still result in another penalty. So now the Selects will have a 5-on-3. Against the Lions, Garvey's going to come out as the lone forward. We got Luca and Gavin on defense. So it'll be 5-on-3 for 56 seconds. Garvey doing a great job. Gavin shooting it down the ice out of trouble, but it goes on net, so it's going to negate the icing. Great play. Selects heading back up the ice. Player blows the tire, but able to kind of get a pass back over to his teammate there. They get a pass out in front. Get a one-touch shot on net and Bennett there with a huge save. Gonna have a defensive zone face-off. It's gonna be to Bennett's right. But a big save there by Bennett. These 5-on-3 situations, it's kind of tough not to hang your goalie out. There's a lot of ice to cover for 3 people. Selects with possession. Momentarily, Luca battling behind the net. Selects come away with possession, try to walk out in front. Gets knocked away. They go D to D. Get a shot. Bennett's got great visibility on that, but puck just kind of hung in that area. They get another shot to the net that Bennett's able to make a huge save on and cover for a rebound. So we got 5 seconds left on the first penalty, on the David Mora penalty. Dylan Weinreich out there as the lone forward. You got Sawyer and Gus. Comes back to Sawyer. She tries to shoot it around. Defender's able to get there in time. David Mora out of the box. Guy tries to come in. Dylan Weinreich just kind of hung in there. He misfired on a shot. But Selects have possession again. They're working up high. They go D to D. That defender tries to make another D to D pass, but errant pass comes out of the zone. Here with possession. Got 8 seconds left on the Merrick penalty. Oh, Sawyer tries to make a D-to-D pass. A little dangerous there. Lions are back to full strength. They kill off a 5-on-3. And Selects help us out. Try to make a pass up to their D, out of the reach of him. Puck comes out of the zone. We got Vito on the ice giving chase. Desi and Weinreich. So we got that line intact out on the ice. Sawyer and Gus. Selects. Makes a player through Sawyer's feet. Gets a shot but shoots it over the net. Puck stays in. Sawyer's got it. Makes a breakout pass over to Weinreich. In his feet a little bit. Hard to handle. Selects come away with it. They try to work towards the net, but Lions able to collapse on that. Desi comes away with it. Gets to the red line. Dumps it in. Lions are going to go for a change. Puck comes out. Merrick tries to find David Mora. Selects player intercepts that. But Luca Cipriani comes away with the puck. Over to River. Vito Cipriani still out there. Hasn't made the change. Tries to get a shot. Blocked by the Selects defender. David Mora with the puck behind the net. Goes to Vito. Try to do a give and go there. But the Selects player able to intercept that. But River comes away with possession. Tries to get it out front. Gets intercepted by Selects. They head back the other into the Lions zone. Great defending play by Luca there. Just rubs that forward off. Comes away with possession. Well, tries to find darting Huey. Coming through the middle, just out of his reach. He got a stick on it, but it was on our side of the red line. Able to deflect it down into their zone, but it resulted in an icing. Face off, won by David Moore, back to Gavin. Gavin softly shoots it over Huey. Missed breakout pass there, puck stays in the zone. Selects player, works his way into a corner, peels back, finds a defender collapsing down, gets a shot on net. Bennett, another big save. It's got to be frustrating, this Selects team. They're getting a lot of pucks to the net. He's doing a great job hanging in there. Forward group's going to change, although the forwards on the ice don't realize it. So we've got a lot of players here. Oh, now he does. A little bit of confusion. I think David was so locked in with his D-man, he didn't realize there was a line change there. Communicating, but nonetheless, he wins the face-off. Garvey able to chip it ahead. Get something towards the net. Great display of his skating there. Garvey can fly. Great pass from Gavin up to Dylan Bankert, able to get into the zone. You got the puck. Cycles it down low to Garvey. Garvey tries to find West on the back door. And he does, and West knocks it home. I'm not sure why West was wide open there, but I think Garvey's eyes lit up pretty big when he saw a wide open Lions player in front of the net. Great job by West to finish that one. So we've got 8-3. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Got a running clock.
We haven't had one of those. We've had a lot of those.
Yeah, we've had a lot, but not in our favor. It's the same group. Puck comes back. West is able to get it deep. Banker gives chase, but good composure by the Selects defender. Get a breakout pass. They're looking to head up the ice. You can really tell that this Selects team is a thrown together team. They just don't. Sometimes they play really well together, and sometimes they're really individualistic. And I think that that's kind of been a huge difference in this game, is a lot of their team trying to do too much individually, and Mountain Lions able to capitalize on it.
Maybe the one and only tournament that they're playing this summer.
Yeah, exactly. But very impressive display by the Mountain Lions. Playing together, making some really good passes and plays. I mean, we're also a thrown together team. Bennett again. Just a mishandle by Sawyer. Sends the selects player on a breakaway, but Bennett was there. We got Desi's line with Vito and Dylan Weinreich. Nolan and Sawyer. Selects in a line change. Seemed like the players on the ice were unaware that that was happening as well. Lions win the faceoff back, but the selects get there first. They try to work it out in front, but Vito was there. Puck does come out of the zone. They go D to D, try to make a pass up. Good stick by Desi there. They do come away with possession. Try to get a shot off. Great defensive play by Sawyer. Woo! Selects come away with a little sneaky shot from behind the net coming out. The Lions go the other way. Vito tries to get a backhand, goes wide. Luca tried to hold the blue line there, get tangled up in his skates, but selects are able to get the puck out. They enter the zone offsides. Lions going to do a line change. We've got 50 seconds on a running clock. David Mora, his line. Selects were able to get the puck in the zone, but Merrick was able to get it out. They retreat all the way back into their end. Looks like their defender is going to try to go end to end. Keeps knocking the puck ahead. He gets around with everyone, still has possession. He turns and shoots, goes off Bennett's shoulder, ends up in the far corner. Selects player with the puck, tries to get it out in front. Great job by Lions, getting a stick on that, knocking it out of danger. 20 seconds left. River coming down the ice. He's just going to take the ice given to him. He gets a tough angle shot, but it actually grazes off the crossbar there. Puck comes out. Final 5 seconds. Merrick gets it out of danger, and that should do it. Great job on the Lions. Solid goaltending. Fantastic offense. Great playmaking. Very exciting game for us. What was the final? 8-3?
8-3.
8-3 was your final on this one. We've got more action at
2:40.
I want to say it's 2:45, 2:30ish, so it'll be 12:30 Colorado time. Make sure to check your app for the actual time, but we'll be back in action for that one.